up, party players? Welcome back to another episode. Where do we pick up last time?
Where do we pick up, or where do we leave off?
From last time. I don't know. I'm not used to this.
Chunty fell into a sand pit.
You going with Chunty?
I was gonna say, is that canon?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is that a backstory that Cameron agreed to?
You can go in whatever she wants. I don't mean I like it.
That's it?
Chunty fell into a sand pit, and it was like a little room, and then he came back out, and we didn't care about it.
Well, I think that the humans cared and the characters didn't know. So Chunt cared, but the rest of us didn't even know what happened.
Chunt was also very confused. Etal was written on the altar, I couldn't figure that out, and there was like 11 different bookshelves, and I couldn't figure that out, and a thing came in and said, "You've been here long enough, you've got to go," and I couldn't figure that out. So I couldn't figure anything out last episode, but I enjoyed it.
Are we missing the part where Fate lit the chicken house on fire and we had to spend all this time putting
That was 2
out
episodes
said,
ago,
No, that
man.
was last episode.
no, we had to put it, you set it on fire but
No.
at the end of 2 episodes ago,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
we had to put it out last episode.
We spent like an hour and a half in our real lives putting out the chicken fire.
A real, like, we can't get that hour and a half back.
A lot
That's
of
how time
real
works, man.
baseless accusations being thrown at my character.
We also have a little bit more of an understanding about what's going on with Matt's character. We've got,
Do you?
well, we know that your skin is very non-skin like.
And also, you're like the guy from Men in Black, the cockroach guy, which Cam said I definitely didn't hear, and then said it about 20 minutes later, and then Cam was like, "That's not that." And then when Eric was editing the video for no apparent reason, I overheard Cam say it. So yes, Cam, you were correct. You did say it. So yeah.
That's your takeaway.
Men in
I think
Black
we
do
also
not exist.
we also know that Owl, I think, is like a minion of what's her name?
Honey Buddy or whatever. Honeydew.
No.
Honey.
No.
This is my name.
No, don't you call her like honey, sugar, honey or something?
Snookums is what she calls him.
Yeah.
And anyways, we're a little more cautious maybe as a group. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, like, one more key note, though, that I think is important is that Fate, CB has to admit that Fate was correct and that there may be something to what Fate is doing. Well, whether CB likes it or not is whether Cameron and CB like it or not is a different story. But
There was a complete by chance.
well, we don't know
You
that.
don't say. That's how I roll, baby. Roll them bones.
Okay. Well, we'll jump back into the episode.
Wait, but I have a question. Did he just get pulled out? And that's where we are?
No, he got pulled out before.
Yeah, I got pulled up before.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was called Chase. It called me Chase.
Yeah.
Who called him Chase?
The automaton that pulled me out. I was out for a little bit before the episode ended.
So we're walking back at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's jump back into the episode. Get back to my session page.
Tell us what you saw, Chunty.
CB, would you like your vision or would you like your echo?
Vision.
Premonition?
Vision premonition.
Okay.
Eric had to run home from climbing to prep this, by the way.
You snap away from the conversation. Your vision dimming to an eerily similar environment that you're in. The snow crisp on the ground. However, as you look around, you notice bodies lying all around you. These bodies are of Elpis, Fate, Owl. They are lying motionless, seemingly dead.
Oh.
As you look closer, you notice growth coming from their mouth, their eyes, their ears. Look like small tendrils of mycelium. pulling from their face.
We got the
Um,
quarter. Well, we just got the cordyceps. We're fine.
as you look a little closer, you hear a "yo" as you snap back. All right, you find yourself amongst the group, standing in front of this large circular pit of sand, like a vortex that CB had recently popped out of.
CB, didn't you hear me? Hello?
Oh my god.
What did you see in there? You went blank there for a second.
I'm pretty sure I saw the plot of The Last of Us, except in this setting, in that weird,
I meant in the sand pit.
the kiss scene. No, I'm not talking about the sand pit. I'm just saying right now. I just had another vision.
Kiss scene. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that's what we all know.
You
And
seen the last of us like that?
yeah, it's not great. And except in this one, it was even weirder because something said "yo," and I don't know what to do with any of this. But we should be very careful because, as we all remember, so far my visions have kind of come true.
Owl is just gonna like glance over to Elpis and say, like, does this normally happen? Are they normally right?
I mean, sometimes, but it really is something that I think we have control over. So I think that we can just be mindful and walk with intention, and we'll start to figure out if we're in danger, we can adjust as needed. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. We've been okay up to now.
He just said that to you. Did you say it loud enough that we all heard, or you?
No, I just said that back to Owl.
That's a lot to whisper back.
Yeah. Well, we're just meandering along the road.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You guys were dead.
Yeah.
We should be extremely cautious. Yeah, even you.
Huh.
Normally, I would have assumed it was your doing, being the red shirt in this group.
I don't know why you guys bothered to stay with me. You clearly don't trust me.
Well, I think at this point we just need to get back to Dr. Shannon. What's their name
What's
again?
your
Dr.
boo-boo's name?
Dr. Susanna.
Susanna. Thank you. We just need to get back to Dr. Susanna and drop you off and wish you the best. But at this point, we need to get going because I don't know where the rest of our party is.
I agree with you, but wasn't the original reason why we were doing this so we could stay?
Yeah, but we're not gonna. I don't know that we are gonna get the chance to stay.
No, I know.
I like move them over. He's like, he's possessed or something, so we should probably help him out.
Do I hear this?
You just do this right in front of him.
No, I said I move you guys over, like I like crush you
Okay,
over.
still right in front of him.
So I just see you pull them out of the conversation
Well, I
and
guess
you
I could do.
hush whisper.
No, I can do the speak.
You do have telepathy, but you opted to do this instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm okay with that.
I was just gonna be like, yeah, you totally trust me. Yeah, I get it.
It's not. Look, we just met you. It's not that we don't trust you, but we've been traveling together for a while.
I'm more so am concerned that Dr. Susanna is making Al do things against his will, and I don't appreciate that.
I don't know where you get this notion from that I'm doing things against my will.
I just feel like maybe you're in an unsafe relationship, and I'm concerned about that.
I mean, it's like, it's not as, like, I could probably leave anytime I wanted, but I just don't want to.
Okay.
It sounds like an addiction now.
You're free to go at
I
any
could
time.
quit.
Let's just get back and close this loop that then Matt doesn't have to keep playing with.
Hold up. What did you see inside the sandbox?
I think I already
I
told
think
everybody
you
last
told
episode.
us. Yeah.
Why aren't we going back there?
We talked about
We
it.
did,
We
because
didn't
you-
trust that I would go back in and survive.
Because we talked about me trying it, and we didn't trust that anyone else would even survive.
Yeah, because that automaton said my time was up and it kicked me out, and we didn't know if anybody else went down. It seemed like it was for me thing, so we didn't want to risk just possibly dying. And then you didn't have any sort of premonition or anything that like I had a premonition towards it, and you encouraged me to do it, but we didn't.
Here's the thing. I rolled a 6.
Go ahead, go back down there. That's all you, Fate.
But
I want to get this baby Yaga back over to Dr. Susanna because that was the original task. So I'm okay to split the party. I can take Owl back with baby Yaga.
Here's the thing you're forgetting. When I went through there was the whole shit. I forgot the name of the movie last time.
Night at the Museum.
The alien movie. I literally forgot it last time. No.
Oh.
Contact.
Night at the Museum 2.
Right.
It was a whole contact situation. I fell, and when I went in, that time didn't happen to you guys. So
No.
if Fate goes in, we're not wasting time. To us, it's instant. I mean, it's wasting our time, you and I, and Matt, and everybody else watching. But
Who's watching? Nobody's watching.
but in terms of from a character perspective, it's not wasting any time.
Okay.
So if Fate wants to risk her life, dive into the sand pit.
Chunty. I rolled a 6. What was our conversation last time?
I think that you only had to support her once.
The conversation was not, whenever you roll a 6, I have to do the thing you say. Let's just be, there was a lot of build up to that, first off. And part of that was I had a premonition about that. Now I'm having a premonition that.
Where were we dead? Was it in there?
No, it was here. It was in this place.
So I think we should go in this sand pit.
You lead the way. Lead by example.
I don't want to be I think out of character. Courtney wants to move the plot forward, so I feel like
No. Elpis would be against it because Elpis has had her task of baby
I
Yaga.
just want to check in because I don't want to be like, no, if you're trying to.
What you're gonna do? Elpis is task focused, but you do what you're gonna do.
I love playing D&D, so don't you worry about me.
Yeah.
Not like I have a kid or anything to watch.
Now I'm just gonna deliberately stall the plot so I can stay here.
Go ahead, Leichelle. If you want to, I have no problem.
Person's like, my arc was 3 episodes. Matt, you just.
Just milking it for all it's worth, man.
Milking it in this campaign, yes. I'm going to. I rolled a 6, and then I just sort of. Jesus fallen.
But we just got out of it. Is what Owl would say.
All
To
right.
be clear.
Good luck with this one, Eric.
Okay.
Perhaps.
You fall into.
To be honest, I went like, I rolled a 6.
You fall into a chamber. You hear a muted thud as your back hits the stone. You catch your breath for a moment, and as the humidity making this room, you start to feel sweat on your brow as the humidity in this room hits you like a brick wall. You see in front of you a round room, similar to what CB would have seen, but you didn't see that.
Can I test my psychic whispers on them?
Sure.
Testing.
No response.
Did they not hear me? No. Oh no.
That happened last time.
This room
Try it
is a
again.
perfect circle. There's an alcove in front of you with wooden French doors. Beyond the doors, laid in front of you, are a number of bookshelves around. Like I said, there is 11 of them inset into the walls. There is behind you
Wait, 11 like around like a clock?
It's already written down. I have it.
Okay.
Same.
And then behind you, opposite the door, stands an altar with 3 bowls carved into a stone top. Like
Like a clock.
And then there's the room, the glow from the floor, which is an infinity symbol, which looks like there's a glow from one side that's starting to shift to another, which looks like an hourglass. And the ceiling rounds towards a central point, which just vanishes into darkness.
Hey Cam, you don't have to write it down. I drew it out.
What do you do?
That's my drawing of what he said, so I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, that's something.
What were your would we have prior to this discussed his theories on this? Can I add a character to think what he thinks? Ask what he thinks?
No, you're in it. What are you doing?
I'm gonna pull book at position 12.
So in front of you
Yeah.
is the French doors.
Yeah, we gotta go through the doors.
Okay. Let's see. Immediately you rush to the doors. Do you go through the doors like as you rush? You just run right through the doors, or you just open them?
No.
As you open the doors, you open the door into a black void.
Eric hasn't loaded that spot yet.
What is it like? Just nothingness. That's, I guess, what a void is.
You just feel like a dark vacuum, almost like pulling at you, but you're able to kind of close the door.
Oh my god! So you're telling me I almost ran into a dark black void?
Mhm.
What do you guys think?
Sounds got serious black.
We're not there.
I
Yeah,
know,
we're
but
not
I don't want to
No,
offend
this
you.
is you. A moment goes by. You start to hear a grinding sound. What do you do?
Cam, can you real quick text me what you saw? Can you go to them?
The problem is nothing happens in our time. Like it's instant for us, so
Yeah.
there's no.
We are
don't even have a
playing
conversation.
out what you are doing in this moment.
I had to carry this on my back last episode, so fuck you. It's your turn.
This has gotten ugly.
As you are taking a beat, trying to remember yourself, you hear a grinding sound again.
No. Where are the bookshelves? Thank you. And you tried doing blood, if I remember.
Yes, I tried cutting myself for one of the things. Oh, Eric's looking at my thing. Did I get it wrong?
Nothing happened when you
Etal. Late.
take another moment. You hear grinding again.
I pick up another book.
Where do you pick the book from?
3 o'clock.
Okay.
I was okay to post that FY because I'm pretty sure Chunt communicated all that in rough form to you guys.
Okay, let's see.
It's Etal is late.
Yeah, I that was the only real word that I could see that made sense, but
Or tail.
what?
Now, but the letters are carved into your chest in the same order, right?
Yeah, but it's again and again and again and again and again.
Right.
So like Etal literally doesn't even need to be rearranged to be late.
Hmm.
Oh wait, yes it does. It's just backwards. Ooh, it's
If
backwards.
you're looking in a mirror.
I'm looking
Is there
at
a mirror?
Did I describe one?
But wouldn't the L be backwards too then?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so you start pulling a book. How much time do you start? Like, do you just quickly
Yeah,
glance at it?
quick.
Okay. You start to read stories of a god. And a lot of these stories revolve around feats of strength. Basically, human worshippers that would conduct feats of strength to try and impress the god, whether they're lifting something heavy, fighting something very strong with their bare hands. It has a very Hercules, the Quest of Hercules kind of vibe to this book.
Okay.
I liked Hercules.
I liked
Hercules
Hercules, too.
It's not one of the strongest ones, but I enjoyed it.
Can I pick up these bowls at all?
No, they are carved into the stone tablet like a sink.
Like a sink. Can I put books into these bowls?
Yeah. How many books do you toss in?
3 into 1.
From which shelf?
The right one.
The one to your right?
Yes.
You just grabbing from the one to your direct right, you just start grabbing. Nothing happens.
I start piling a bunch into one. Does that change the?
You seem to hear the grinding sound again a couple times, but nothing happens. What else are you doing?
I can run around now while you.
Am I like sweating like crazy?
Yes, it's very humid, very warm in here.
I start wringing out my sweat into the bowl.
Oh, interesting. As you start wringing out, you hear that grinding sound again.
I didn't get anything.
The bowl starts to fill up with water, and
nothing happened.
Nothing.
You're an asshole. I know you.
Oh,
Ooh, interesting. It's
Nothing happens.
Interesting. Nothing happens.
I gotta fill the scene.
Yeah.
here.
I know.
kind of vamp.
And so those words in the
Yeah.
language that Cam didn't understand, do I understand it?
Nope.
There's nothing. Oh, because it's like old.
Mhm.
So I take out my what do I got in here? I have a displacer beast. I put that in there.
You have a displacer beast?
Yeah, displacer beast tooth.
Okay. Which
Or
bowl do
tooth.
which bowl do you put it in? The left, right, left?
It doesn't fucking matter, and you know it. You're just gonna say interesting. Nothing happens. There's a grinding noise.
Nothing happens. A
Yeah,
grinding noise.
exactly. I'm just. I take out my card deck with all the gods,
Mhm.
and I.
Well, it's only got one god on it. Petal. The rest of them are blank cards.
Sure. I put blank cards in the bowl.
Which bowl do you put them in?
It doesn't matter because the grinding happens and nothing happens.
That's correct.
Now you'll never know.
Are the cards gone? Like, did she lose the deck?
I don't know. They're sitting in the bowl along with a shit ton of books and some sweat.
They're
Literally
mushy.
just
They're
throwing
mushy.
Did you put the cards in the bowl with the sweat?
No, I pulled that everything out as I was going.
You got some sweaty cards here.
They're jar of metal pieces from the crime scene of Nodox. I put the metal into the bowl.
Again, which bowl do you put it in?
Again. The left.
Hey,
Everything she owns.
you hear
in
some
the bowl.
grinding. I love this chaotic panic that Fate is.
That's his fate.
That's
Fate
very
is chaos.
very in character,
Mhm.
and it's the complete opposite of what CB did. That's good.
Yeah.
So the room is lit with a glow of an infinity symbol below my feet in the floor, with the glow moving from one side to another, like hourglass.
Mhm.
So do I notice a timing of that hourglass and when this grinding noise happens?
The shifting seems to be continuous, and as you heard the last grinding, you notice it's about 3/4 done.
What's 3/4?
3/4 shifted to the other side.
Oh, the hourglass. Yeah, because it's like an infinity, but it's like stands through the hourglass. These are the times of our life.
Okay. As you take some time to say that.
No. God, you're right, Cam. This is like fucking what?
I was thinking about it the next day. I was trying to figure it out.
I'm gonna read one more book.
Okay, from where?
I don't know.
You-
Where I haven't done it before.
using your clock analogy, from 1 to 12.
Yeah.
12
9.
being the door, you're going from 9.
I'm assuming it's a clock.
Just using that as a reference point.
Sure.
Where is it?
Wait, is there a bookshelf every see this picture I drew that's very good and detailed? Wait, look at my picture.
Mhm.
Wait. It's like this. Right? Is it around like this?
It's a perfect circular room.
with each bookshelf around
Spaced.
11. Where's it weird? Is there are
The
they
only
evenly spaced?
they are evenly spaced. The only one that doesn't have a bookshelf is the alcove where the door is.
I'm gonna take some books, open the alcove door, and throw the books in.
Hey. As you open the door at this moment,
Okay.
let me just find where
But
we're.
it's 12 o'clock.
You
Is it at 12 o'clock?
you open the door, and you see you just start throwing books into what looks like a room behind the door, and you close it.
What? No, I don't close it. Are you
And
kidding?
you start to hear some
I
grunting.
don't close it. Why would I close that? If I opened it again and it was not a void,
I'm doing what you explained to me.
but I explained it to you based on the fact I thought it was a void in my defense, right?
Okay. You see it. You okay. I'll give you this. You open the door. You see it's a room as you're about to throw the book. What do you do?
I go into the room.
Okay. The door slams behind you.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I beat it?
Okay.
What did I do?
You hear a voice in this chamber.
Okay.
This room shall steal your ambition, unless you focus. Unless your focus can
Guys, I'm the worst.
can
character
drown
to
out
be
the
in.
noise. This room is polished smooth. Stone walls have a number of holes around the entirety of the room.
God.
What do you do? What's your first action?
Sorry, stone polished.
Room is polished smooth. Stone walls have a number of holes around the entirety of the room.
What are are the holes in any pattern or just all over the place?
All over the place.
Is it like a golf ball?
Sure. That's good. It's not round. It's a square. It's a square room.
Oh, it's a square room.
Yeah. The room is about 7 feet tall.
I stick my head in one of those.
They're
How
too
many
small.
holes?
The holes are like finger size.
Like sushi glory hole?
It's like
Here we go.
Get a nice piece of nigiri.
Nigiri.
into one of the holes.
you stick your finger in one of the holes.
No, I don't think she's that dumb. She's close. Courtney disagree. I do kind of like peer, but like not super close.
Okay,
so I don't get Nigiri
As
in
you,
my
as
eye.
you as you look into the hole from afar, from a safe
afar.
8 to 10 inches away, you are immediately hit in the eye with something. Actually, give me a dexterity saving throw.
I feel bad. I want them to play.
Hey, this is what this room is. It's a moment in time. That's why I'm trying to move you around quickly.
12.
Fine.
12. You are not fast enough as a spray of liquid hits you in the eye, dousing your face, dripping down your body as you see all these holes simultaneously releasing what seems to be water filling up this chamber very rapidly. The water, as you catch your bearings, seems to already get to your ankles as
Okay,
it's
I'm
moving
gonna
up your
take
legs.
one
What are
of
you
my.
doing?
I'm gonna take one of my dice and try to plug the hole.
Okay, you plug one of the holes with your die.
Excellent.
The rest of the hundreds of holes continue.
Is there any other space?
A little slower now.
Is there any other space that I can?
Give me an investigation check as you work your way through this room to see if you can find anything because it was very smoothly polished.
3 plus.
No, you are just starting into a frenzy panic. You hear that grinding sound again, and the water starts to pour faster.
Oh my god, I don't know what to do. I just scream out late, and I open the door back up.
As you scream late, and you can take your moment to find that, you realize the water is waist deep, almost to your chest. You hear no response.
Etal.
The water is rising more.
I open the door.
The door does not open.
Well, I don't know what to do. I have a liver.
After another 12.
I use the liver to breathe underwater.
Liver? What's a
I
liver?
know it says liver, purple and black, gave to Cain.
We all have livers, but we can't breathe underwater with them.
Okay, you use the liver. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what the. No, that doesn't make sense. You don't do that.
Eric has a lot in this world, but
You
there's a
don't
lot.
Draws the line
far.
somewhere.
The water starts to get to your neck. You are starting to float up towards the ceiling.
I have no idea what I do. You know, I
All right. As another moment
just
passes,
scream.
as you scream, that scream through this small chamber gets drowned out as you find yourself underwater. A moment passes, another moment passes, you hear another grinding as you slowly drown inside this room.
Well, that was fun. Thanks, guys.
The rest of you guys see a very wet Fate fly out of this
Yeah.
portal as you land, hit the ground. You catch your breath.
I think I go farther than you.
What do you mean further? Like the
I got
What?
through the door that you were talking about.
I don't even think you go through the door. You went through it?
Yeah. I rolled.
What
I thought to myself, should I go through this door? And I rolled a 6 again, and I
Why
went through the
don't-
door.
Can we just all confirm though that at no point did I hear that Fate took her die back from plugging the hole? So in my
Several
mind,
dice.
you've multiple dice.
Yeah.
All right. Why didn't you use more of them to plug the holes?
Well, there's hundreds of them. I do not.
Get rid of all those die.
So
Elpis was secretly hoping.
Yeah.
I want someone else to go.
Okay.
That was fun.
yeah, I really like the contrast between like my character who was like, let's try and figure out these puzzles with Fate, who just fucking chaosed it. Sorry, you're all wet? Why are you all wet?
Well, first of all, I'm excited about the puzzle. Second
boy.
of all,
Well, that's it for me, guys.
You know what? I don't actually want to be here.
Yeah. It's like,
This isn't worth it.
Eric,
This
can
isn't
we
worth
wrap
it.
this up after tonight?
The end of the campaign.
it was just Matt's reaction was worth that the whole thing. Second of all, why did I where? Oh, I took books and I opened the door and I threw it into the door, but it ended up being another room. And I went into the room, and it was a square room full of a bunch of holes, hundreds of holes. And I looked in it, one of the holes, and it squirted at me.
I forgot something.
And then
Recon?
Oh,
and there was a dead body in the room.
Oh my god!
which room? The room through the double doors, or the room when you first arrived?
The room that I first arrived. I forgot to tell you.
Did you see the dead body?
Did you forget last time too, Eric, or is it just this time?
No, the dead body was CB.
Okay, yeah.
And
I feel like that's a big deal.
sorry, what? I was there, dead,
Yeah.
but I didn't see
So
myself.
I think
get
it's a
by with.
version of you is dead.
That was it. Sorry, that's on me. I completely
It was
forgot.
kind of on me. I'm sorry. I forgot. I
That's
saw
fair.
it.
That was chaos. That's fair that you forgot that. I don't. So this is interesting. So because I died in that room, I think it filled with sand, didn't it, Eric?
No, you got choked by a giant robot.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, you're choking, eh?
Yeah, he said. Well, he said your time's up or
Yeah,
something.
your time's up.
She shouldn't be here,
Since
but
it's
you.
obviously a time thing, and like what I noticed, I don't know about you, is there's 11 books around like the circular room, like a clock, and then the 12 o'clock was the door. And I picked up the book and I just threw it. And once I threw it, the door changed to like a big square room with a bunch of pips or holes, kind of like dice, but more holes. One might see it's a spiritual room because it was holy.
You can just leave the call.
Anyway,
What all the viewers just did.
that's worth investigating.
We need to be going back into this room. Poor Matt's never gonna play.
I think Owl could go in. I think any one of you guys should go in.
Haha. Absolutely not.
Did you want to take a crack at it?
No, I don't think Elpis would. There's nothing that we gleaned from that.
Well, I was there, dead.
Yeah.
There is something
You-
important about this pit.
Yeah, and I would say Elpis might be a little concerned that there's like dead people that she knows.
But we can see that CB is right here.
But what version of Chunt? That's the question.
Chunt will get us flagged by YouTube,
Also,
I think.
could we go back in and grab him, and then like, if we hold him, would we get both spit out, and then we would have another version of Chunty?
I've read Perry Hotter. There's what if you get like that thing where we both go insane.
Well, why don't you give it another try? Grab your body on your way out.
Yeah.
My body with you.
Like, or attach the body to yourself. Do what I explained and get to that second room, and even if you die, see if your body comes out.
Okay, quick question, Eric. When I had my premonition, I saw that the background to this was similar to like what we're currently like in terms of like was it
forest? Yes, the foresty area.
Yeah.
I don't think that Elpis would go in because it's not solving the immediate problem for her, which is getting Baby Yaga back. So I don't know that.
But are you curious that there's dead versions of us in there?
I think the thing that concerns me. Okay, so again, in theory, we have a hack to waste just everybody's time because in game, no time passes when we go in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we can really, in real life, waste Eric's time just going in there again and again, and nothing has progressed in game. But
Do we feel good about ourselves?
and Matt's time, but
But are we wasting Eric's time because he's clearly designed this thing?
in these moments in between, like right now, in this world, time is passing, and I had a premonition that we're all dead. Sorry, you guys are all dead. I'm fine. In this world, including you.
Owl.
Ow.
It's on the screen.
I was looking.
It's on there.
Good old what's his name?
Yeah.
Classic character.
Which
What's his
we've
name?
grown to know and love.
So something bad is going to happen if we stick around. He was in the forest. It wasn't back at the place. So we either need to get the fuck to the place, or we.
Are you sure you weren't looking at dead versions of yourself?
No, I'm sure I was just looking at dead versions of ourselves. That's what I'm saying. We're all dead.
Right, but are you sure it's not just the dead version that's currently in the sand thing?
Correct. I am sure of that because it wasn't me, and it wasn't in a sand thing. It was in the forest.
Right, but couldn't
So
the body from the sand thing be pulled into the forest? Which is exactly what I'm suggesting you do.
I don't understand how I would get. No, that doesn't make. I don't. What? 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 Owl's not dead. Owl's not going in.
No, he's not.
I can jump in once more, I think, at the very least, because I can. Now that I know that I should go through the rooms, I can go through the room and see if I see my dead body, and see if I see your dead body, Jake's dead body.
Because they both should be there.
They should both be there.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily. It's just another piece of the puzzle that we don't know the larger puzzle yet, but I'm curious to see what happens. And it doesn't waste any of your time. Again, it wastes your time, but not your time. So that's what I'm thinking would be interesting. And I can
Your time, not your time.
what's it? And get some new piece of information. And
Yeah.
before they even respond, I dive back to
Can you turn the fan on? I think that's what.
two more.
Okay.
Shout out to Andrea if you don't fast forward through this section.
You know what I'll say? You guys want to take a break? I'll run through this with Cam, and then we'll come back. We'll come back when. If,
want us here?
oh, you can stick around if you want, but let's. This will be the break.
Okay.
So if you guys want to step away for a second. Okay. CB, you find yourself
back.
in that same room. I'm not going to describe it all again, but it is the same room. You find your body lying there, almost like gripping at their throat, laying in the middle of the room. Some of the books seem to be piled up into one of the bowls. The middle bowl seems to be filled with some type of salty water. And yeah, that's what you see.
Right, I want to move through the doors to the next room.
You open the door, like you right away. You
It's
go
a
to
void.
You open the door. There is a void. Nothing.
Wait, but so I was letting Joey out. So what did Leichelle do?
She threw a
To...
book in there.
Okay, I'm gonna pull that same. I don't know what book.
I think it was also
based it.
timing wise.
What do you mean?
Like it might have been based on what time it was. It was the hourglass was 3/4 full, but you can try it. Just throw books in there.
So I'm gonna pull that same book that I pulled out last time, which was the. Let me grab it. Eterna.
Mhm.
What the fuck was it? Anyway, I have it written down. I just can't find it in the moment.
Well, you grab the same book that you recognize from before. So you close the door. You go over to get the book. You hear that grinding sound. You open the door again. There's still black void. You throw the book in. Okay. Nothing happens.
I heard the grinding sound like maybe it has to happen so many times, like 5 times or something like that.
Yeah, it's like it opens after like a certain amount of time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I'm gonna go read a book I haven't read, just the nearest bookshelf that I haven't read, and then when the grinding sound happens, I'm gonna open that door again, and I'm gonna like keep doing this until the door opens. So if you want to flip forward, unless I don't get it right,
Okay,
that's
so
fine. But
So you close it. You go over to the next bookshelf. You grab the book. I guess to the right of it. Are you going to read the book at all until you?
yeah, until the grinding
You
sound
start
happens, yeah.
paging through this book. This book seems to have a lot of stories dedicated to like techniques and styles of hunting prey. So like tackling big game, trapping, those types of things. Before you get into any more detail, you start to hear that grinding sound again. You open the door to a void. Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go and the bowl's filled with salty water. The blood.
So you close the door and you're gonna keep.
I think
keep
it's
doing
based on the grinding noise. I think it's a certain time.
I do too, but in between the grinding noises, I'm gonna run to the third bowl and I'm going to think of something really sad from my past and try and cry in the third bowl.
I'm gonna do that too.
That's why I did the blood. That's why I did the blood in the first one. It sounds like we did the sweat in the second one.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I did.
Give me a constitution check
That's
or
smart.
or a performance check.
That's smart. My brother is smart. Blood, sweat, and tears.
I don't know why. It was the first thing I thought of. That
He could have gone a gross way. Instead, he chose the good bodily food.
Blood is in the left bowl, sweat's in the center bowl, and then you start crying in the third bowl.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
It's what
I'd
you
say
put
that's enough.
into our D&D campaign.
You get a couple of tears going. Nothing to. What do you think about to cry?
Oh.
I think about there is a memory that you told me earlier, an echo that I think of. Well, I don't want to say it out loud.
Oh, all right.
I can send it to you.
I know.
thought you were being,
I know which one you're talking
I
about.
thought you were being facetious, like, oh, you know that one.
Okay.
It's not necessarily because of that, but because of how it scares me and the bigger picture.
All right, I like that. As you fill this bowl up with your tears,
Go ahead, Paul Rudd it, make up a whole shit thing, and then be like, and then nothing happens.
you start to hear a hum as the glowing light starts to change color a little bit, and then you hear some more grinding.
I run to the door.
You run to the door,
This is the third grind.
but to your surprise, the room behind the door is not just a black void.
I bet you it's every 3.
The room opens up to a glass room, looking out to what can only be described as the expanse of the universe. Beyond this small room, which you can barely fit, I can fit you in like a little bit room to move around. You see like amongst like almost like a starscape. It looks like souls flittering around. Do you enter the room?
Excuse me. Yes. I do note at first that like this doesn't appear to be the room that.
As you enter this room, the glass is cold to the touch, but not freezing. Yeah.
Wait, in canon, did you grab your body?
No.
Okay. What do you do?
So there's nothing else to look in this room besides just the expansion of the universe.
The expanse of like the universe. You see like twinkles of like little galaxies off in the distance. You see starscapes, and you see souls fluttering around this glass room.
Roll like Beetlejuice when they open it.
I don't know how many more references to pop culture we can add to this, but sure, let's go with that.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's fucking Ready Player One here. I'm gonna run out of the room
Mhm.
and close the doors.
How long did you wait in there?
Looking at the expanse of the universe and a bunch of souls, probably. Well, okay. One thing I do need, like, because I'd say like a minute, but a point of reference, like, how long in between the grinding is it roughly in terms of? I know you can't tell me exactly, but like, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute.
You need to take some time to pay attention to that. If I was give you that, so you have to investigate
That's a good point.
We'd have a hard.
And then, like, I know that I'm rushed here, so like,
after about a minute, the door slams closed behind you.
Well, probably just before a minute then.
So what do you do?
Well, so I'm just trapped here.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go try and open the door.
You start pulling at the door, tugging at the door. You hear that grinding sound again.
4.
And I try the door again, and still
nothing.
And then just like call out and be like, "Is anybody there?"
You hear your voice echo through this glass room.
So it's on the outside of the glass is the expanse of this universe, right?
Yeah.
In the souls.
Oh, I was wondering if Fate's body was in the classroom.
I don't think so, right? Fate's body's
It's
not in this
different
room.
rooms, I think. I read the WhatsApp. I think it's like
Yeah, I think so too.
it's like a Hunger Game situation.
Oh, I forgot to type. When you entered this room, you hear a voice. This room shall seal your destiny. Those not worthy are doomed until their last breath.
Here, I'm gonna say to the room, "What does that mean?"
As you hear your voice echo through, you feel it getting stuffy in here.
Ugh, you're stuck.
I'm gonna slow down my breathing. And I panic.
You hear that grinding again.
5.
I'm gonna walk over to the glass and see if I can get the attention of any of the souls that are going by. Are they close or far?
All over. There's some that are close, some that are just kind of
Try the door at
floating,
6.
floating around.
Like Hades and Hercules at the end.
It's Hercules again, yeah.
So, sorry, what are you doing at the glass?
I'm gonna go up to the like glass, like not super far away from the door, because I want to keep trying it when the grinding happens, and like see if I can get attention of soul. Like, do they pay attention to me if I go up to them? If I try and like motion to them?
You start gesturing. Give me a performance check. Let's see if you can.
He's fucking
You know what I
with
do is the wacky
fucking
waving.
with you, it does nothing. You know this.
Well, actually, okay, so this is fair because I was gonna say what I do is the wacky wavable inflatable arm fighting 2-man course, and I rolled a 1, so
You should break the glass.
I got another right away.
You see the figures. They don't pay attention to you, but they definitely drift further away from you.
They look disappointed.
Okay. You do that. You hear some more grinding.
6. Try open the door now.
Yeah, I'll try and open the
You
door.
go to the door. Nothing.
No, you're dead.
It's getting stuffier in here.
Yeah, we can skip to the dead part. I don't know what else to do. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like sit and like, because I think I know it's coming, and I'm gonna like just sit like cross-legged. And no, I'm gonna sit like in, just for another reference, in whatever the fucking one of the prequel Star Wars movies is, where like Obi-Wan sits down and he's just waiting on his knees.
Okay.
Super like, and I'm just like
Giving
waiting,
you
and I'm just
inspiration.
taking it all in.
Okay. So you're taking it all in. You feel your breath starting to get a little bit harder, a little bit tighter. Your chest getting tighter. The CO2 kind of filling this room. you start to see just before you pass out the that gas kind of condensing along the glass, and you start to see little scrolls, words, text, symbols start to appear as you pass out and suffocate. The rest of you guys see CB pop back up the center of this vortex, thrown aside like he has before, like fate has the time before that.
Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, so I guess I'm just conscious.
Yep. Catching your breath.
Owl, do you know what this thing is, this pit is? Has Dr. Suzanne ever talked about a pit or anything related to this?
Sorry, we're back.
Yeah, so just as a quick recap, I didn't get into the room that you got into. I did see my dead body. I was in a glass room with the fucking universe in it, and then I suffocated to death. It wasn't great. I don't recommend it. 0 to 10. Owl, do you know what the fuck this thing is? Has Dr. Suzanne ever talked about it?
I have no idea, man. No idea.
Did you? Okay, I want to. The last time Elpis was intrigued because we talked about the languages. Did you rely on any more information about the languages?
What languages?
You saw things like words appear.
Yeah. I would quickly run through it. I just didn't want to
Okay,
reiterate every single little piece.
that would be enough to get Elpis to try.
Yes, queen.
Poor Matt. Go, whatever you're
Sorry,
watching,
Matt.
Matt, just go back to it.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys in a bit.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Wait,
And
before we go in, we can chat about it a little bit. In character or out of character? Elpis, what are you thinking? Like, wait until graining sound 6? Wait until 8? Wait until 9? Wait until 3 again? It feels like there's different rooms here with different ways to die. What was the language? Oh, we couldn't understand any of the languages.
well, my plan is to go and see if we can read, because if I remember correctly, there was words on the wall when we first came down there. So my plan is to cast comprehend languages on myself and then go in and see if I can gain any other information.
Okay.
Just know that you might not see any of the stuff we saw,
No, I get it.
and you will probably end up dying in there, but you will be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's jarring. It's jarring.
Nonchalantly. Okay.
It's jarring. I've done it twice.
Yeah.
But
He's into it at this point,
Well,
actually.
Well, maybe I can use the strength that you've displayed and find that strength within myself.
whatever gets through it.
Okay. So I would like to do that's my plan.
Okay. You dive into the vortex of sand.
Well, hold on. I feel like it's really important that Elpis first cast comprehend languages. That's the plan. So I want to do that first.
Okay, easy enough.
And then I would like to jump in swimming style and like go down like that.
Okay.
Remember to make as many pop culture references as possible in this space.
All right. As you jump in, you fall into this chamber. You hear a muted thud as your knees hit the solid stone, catching your breath for a moment. As I've described before, you see this perfectly circular room with bookshelves, words that are written across each one of them that you can somehow understand.
Ooh.
And the sweat on your brow. As you take in this, you see CB's body looking a little bit more decayed. You can't quite make like that.
Because time has passed.
A decayed body in the room in front of you.
Interesting. What's the language that she can understand?
Well, that's what I was going to get to. So, is that your first thing? Is to read the?
Yeah, I would like to just finish taking in my surroundings. What do the bookshelves say?
Ooh, you could loot me for infinite loot play.
No,
Whoa.
that's not all pieces style.
Infinite loot glit.
Good thing I didn't give you any magical items yet. Okay. The rooms going from, just to make this easier, from right to around the circle, from the door in front of you, you see the word hunter, historian, fortitude, navigator, tactician, lighter, justician, possessor,
Hey,
puritan,
tactician.
contractor,
Oh,
time.
can you?
And then and above the door, you see the word possibility. Just cheating off my.
No, I couldn't read it. Thank you.
Okay.
Justin. What?
Justician.
I'm working on going back and fixing it.
Oh no.
Okay. I would like to go over to the bowls.
Mm. You
And
see.
are they still filled with everyone else's
You
bodily?
see dry. You see dry blood.
Okay.
You see salt kind of rimming the middle bowl, and you see like almost like a damp dryness of the third bowl.
Okay.
So like
I want to
it's all
try.
evaporated away from this room.
I want to try adding my own bodily excrement to each bowl. So I want to do the blood, sweat, and tears, but I want to just do from a single person. So
I'm gonna say
you said-
as you've read all these words, you hear that grinding sound,
One.
and then you
Okay.
go over to the altar.
Okay, so you said that I had sweat on my brow, so I kind of like flick it off and put it into the middle bowl.
Okay.
I cut a little bit on my hand, and then I let a drop drip in there,
Mhm.
and then Elpis thinks of a montage of all the people that she's tried to help in her time, and the people that she feels guilty for not being able to save. And my goal is to let a tear fall, but I know Cam had to roll for that, so
I think for you it's easy enough.
okay. And then so that would be the third bowl.
As you do these three
Oh,
actions,
pieces, am I right?
and you complete the kind of the ritual going through all three, you hear that grinding sound again as there is
Two.
no effect after the first two, but you do hear almost like a click, and the color of that glowing hourglass sand below you starts to shift colors a little bit from a gold to a warmer white.
So if I go over to a gold to a warmer white, I wonder if like how much time. I'd like to investigate the time in between the grinding.
Okay, give me an investigation check as you wait a beat.
I'm gonna use my inspiration because it wasn't a good roll. And then investigation would be 12.
I'm gonna say it takes you a couple. So you hear a grind.
Three.
You're kind of timing it. The another grind goes by.
4.
And you're like not quite sure. A third grind goes by. You're honing
Fifth grind boat goes by.
of her paying attention
Oh.
as she's listening, waiting. A fourth grind goes by, and you figure it's about a minute.
Okay. The next thing I'd like to do is go over to the lighter bookshelf.
Okay.
And I'd like to investigate to see if there's any type of like hidden door. Like, is there anything over there that's like, you know, a latch that I could push and would
like a false door.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check as you do that. Start pulling at some books. 18. As you start pulling books, you see like some of the titles. A lot of these are religious books. Almost like the titles seem like you know, story of John and such and such.
It's like I'm there.
There you go. I would say with that investigation check, you are confident that this bookshelf does not have a false back, does not have rather than it being a wasted check, you are able to kind of give it a very thorough to know that it's it is just a bookshelf.
Okay.
As all these books get scattered to the ground, you you hear it grind again.
Okay, at this point, I want to go over to the French doors, and I think I'll take my final step forward into
As you open,
where everyone else died.
as you open, of course you get this. As you open the doors, you actually open the doors to a room.
Oh, okay.
Do you step into said room?
What can I see before I step into it?
It's a medium-sized room, and it is lavishly decorated. There's a table in the middle with what looks like a bunch of stuff on it. It's too hard to see from out here. A very delicious smell comes from the room. It's very inviting.
Okay. Yeah, Elpis would go in because she knew she's going to meet her demise here anyway. So
As you go in, you hear the door close behind you, and you hear a voice. This room shall reveal your hedonism, where only your true passions will burn. As I mentioned, this room is about a medium-sized room. It's luxurious. There's a table with a feast. In the middle, there's a fondue pot bubbling on a small fire. There is a bunch of dippings along, like plates with things to dip into the fondue. There's one of cheese. There's one of chocolate. There's one of something else in it. There is a variety of toys on one table. There is a variety of drugs on another, with drinks and potions scattered about. And then there's two scantily clad attendants.
Hell yeah!
With palm
Get
fronds.
it!
That are two scantily clad attendants with palm fronds. The walls are adorned with paper sliding doors to what smells like saltwater hot tubs on one and a sauna on the other. As you look up, the ceiling is nothing but mirrors. And the two attendants are just standing there. To what pleasure may we assist you with?
Cam, this is the room of getting it done.
Where am I?
You are here amongst myself.
The possessor room, right?
My name here is Candy, and and she points over to the male attendant. And I'm Kane.
Candy cane.
Oh, I was hoping it was King. Oh, that's King. Yeah.
How do you live here?
We are here to serve your pleasures.
Do you
What-
get many visitors?
What might they be? On occasion.
Fornication?
On occasion.
Oh, on occasion.
To be honest, I would love to talk to you. That would really make me happy.
Stay a while. We're here to serve as long as you wish. As you hear a grinding sound.
Okay.
That's what you do.
What? How would you describe this place? Like what?
It's pure ecstasy. Or at least it can be if you open yourself up to it. Would you like some food? We have toys.
Are you employed by anyone?
The only
Kirsten's like, D&D going, Matt. That's
The-
fun.
the only person we serve is you,
Really
our
weird.
guest.
And what happens after the ecstasy?
No, you won't need anything after the ecstasy.
Okay.
Eric,
Except-
you're really weirded
Except
out.
maybe more ecstasy.
Eric, I'm weirded out.
We have ecstasy, by the way.
Maybe that was a bad choice. of
Where's the
words.
god of drugs on this list?
Yeah, that's a. How would you describe this room? Would you describe it as
Chance to see what your mortal body can do.
That's a
delirium?
different.
She
Yeah, I
gets
don't
a
know.
bunch of fucking question in time, and I got grind noise every 2 seconds. And I'm like, you hear a grinding noise. And she's like having a conversation with these two hedonism bots.
You got the door you picked. You live with it.
Fair.
Were you around? Have you been in other rooms, or have you always been in this room?
There is no other room that could be better than this. So I don't think we needed to. We would never need to leave this room. And you will never need to leave it either.
How long? Okay, so if I never need to leave it, that's good. But how long does the average person stay in this room?
What's the median time?
Don't we all want to stay?
A while and listen.
Wouldn't you want your moment of climax to last forever?
No, I don't want it anymore. Thank you. No, thank you.
I mean,
You can't say no.
But if a moment of climax lasts forever, then what value does it have?
you know, people actually have that condition where they like orgasm every like minute.
It's an exploration to only find newer heights.
That's so condition.
But if you're always exploring, if you're always feeling the height, then you can never know what's above that.
Can I just say,
Let
as
it-
you being my wife and that being my brother-in-law, this conversation is like
Matt is like, I'm out. He's dissociated the shit out of this room. He's like, y'all are
I don't know,
weird.
they're in the room climax or something. I stopped paying attention.
Y'all are related and talking about climaxing and is
For-
this all
for the
fucking weird?
record.
No.
For the record, when I wrote this room, I did not expect it to be just Courtney in here. Well, why don't you let us show you what we can do, and you can answer that question yourself. You hear another grinding.
You're gonna be death by snoo, and I'm so mad I drowned.
Wait, what kind of grinding?
There he is. He's back.
He never left.
I've been trying to like do other things, but I was like, I'll keep the audio on in the background, and it's become harder and harder to like ignore
Harder and
what's
harder
going
to
on.
what?
Don't you dare, Leichelle.
So, what pleasure would you like?
The pleasure truly is being able to talk to you. This is the thing that brings me the most amount of joy. And I would just like to explore that concept further with you, that I don't think that being in the height of ecstasy continuously is what's best for us. I think that the highs and lows are felt merely because we experience highs and lows. If we never experience a low, we wouldn't ever know what a high is.
Well, and the two of them approach you, putting hands on your arms, and it's like, well, we can at least show you the highs.
I truly am grateful for your offer, but I'm going to decline.
Please don't turn this into essay.
Keep discussing logic with them.
So do you pull back from there?
Yeah, I pull back.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you pull back,
Pull out, one might say.
as you pull back, you bump against the table, and the fondue pot falls over.
Oh, you had to do something.
Oh, not
Yeah.
the fondue
The
pot.
fondue!
You're gonna drown in fondue.
You could have drowned in other things, but you drowning in fondue.
As you notice this, as you bump against this table, the little fire that's keeping the fondue pot ignites all over the table. As the fire starts to burn, the two of them look at you in panic. What do we do? Oh no! What did you do? Why would you take this away from us? What do you do? As you hear another grind.
I'm just gonna I'm assuming this is a lavish room with lots of like pillows and sheets, and I'm literally just gonna try and put the fire out.
Yeah. As you do, you start fanning the flames.
Well, that's
and
silly.
the pillow that you tamp on starts igniting in fire.
No, the pillow that you touched to try and do it is totally stiff.
Oh boy.
Cracks over.
I did not say that.
It's all crusty.
So then I think
As you fan the flames, one of the paper walls leading to the hot tub ignites on fire, and the smoke fills. Fucking sweet hot tub. And smoke starts to fill this room.
I'm literally just going to, I know what's happening, so I think that at this point Elpis is going to say, would you like to sit with me while this happens? I don't think that there's a way we can save it.
Give me a persuasion check.
I have nothing about this room.
12.
12?
Yeah.
I'll let you convince one of them. Candy or Kane?
I'll do a 50-50. Candy is 1 to 10 and Kane is 11 to
What
20.
is this? Someone's rolling?
I'm taking Kane.
Okay. Kane sits down and while Candy starts to try and do what she can, she succumbs to the smoke as
Oh god.
you and Kane sit there and immolate.
Like that scene in Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
As you snap back, flying into the snow around you, your skin cooling at the sight, you see steam rising off of Elpis, and she's back with the group.
Jesus, what happened to you?
I relay everything. And I think it's important to note that at this point, at least, Elpis doesn't think that anyone actually died down there. So I think that that's what she's curious to know, if anyone goes down again and sees Candy's body, Candy and Kane's body. That would be hard for Elpis, but otherwise. That's...
You're telling me you could have died through orgasm, but you lit the fucking place on fire instead?
And you're telling me who went into a room with nobody to talk to and give information. You had 2 people to talk to, and instead you just killed them both and got no information about this place.
I don't think that these are the conclusions that Elpis drew the same way.
What information did you get?
Well, I relayed on the words along the bookshelves.
Okay, we started to figure
I
out.
also told you about the hourglass shifting color because I put blood, sweat, and tears in there. I
Well,
think I
we
got
figured
lots
that
of
out with mine
information.
too.
So what you missed while you were paying attention to what you should have been paying attention to, what we can talk about now is those are gods of order. That's what Chunty figured out. So fortitude is Yagorda or whatever, Judician. Anyway, he posted it on the WhatsApp if you didn't see it, Courtney.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
So we'll say
That's all the memes.
I'll
And
forward
then
it
it
to
says
Matt.
our tools will protect this from repeating.
This
At the
is-
bottom.
Matt, I just messaged you what they have.
And I don't
Okay.
know. Look at the bottom there, Matt. You see how it says our tools will protect
Yeah,
us from repeating?
I do think we should go on because A, format, and B, because I had that vision, that premonition.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're so
Okay.
close to like a. This could help Matt. No?
Matt doesn't, you mean owl.
Owl?
Seems like we're missing one. We don't have he who came before.
Yeah,
That-
but I confused
that-
him with the room that you start in.
That's the room you start in.
Buddies.
Hmm.
Mm.
Interesting.
We were in the possessor room, I think. Or later.
No, it's like the opposite of. I don't know. I don't know how they match up.
Definitely
Remind-
Puritan. It was the opposite of Puritan.
Yeah, it's almost like she was in a room of sin,
And then I
Like-
would have been in. Okay, so let's take that.
like
And
delirium. But
what was the room that Cam was in?
or there's literally a hedonism room. So it's
Yeah,
almost.
I was gonna say there's literally a goddess of hedonism.
Where?
But that's under God of Chaos. So all the rooms that were on the bookshelf were gods of order, or at least match up extremely well to gods of order. I'd be surprised if there are any other ones. So I don't know how she got through to a different.
But Gods of Chaos is Desiree. Where's your hedonism? Sorry, Matt, where did you see that?
Bottom right, gods of chaos. Second from
Yeah,
the
bottom right, gods of chaos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I almost went to like goddess of the plains or something with mine, but
Enjoy all tools until pooped. What a phrase.
yeah, I've tried taking all the capitals and I didn't get anything with it. But it doesn't mean it's not something.
The gods of chaos. It could be literally what they.
Enjoy all
mean.
tools until pooped?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened to us. What's Fenris? Oh, Fenris.
But I don't know. The room that it's weird. The room that we all went in, and then
I that was in the God of Elements because I just got water and it could have been any other element. If we're going with the God of Chaos.
It could have to do with what you put into the buckets. What was it? Etol?
Sorry, is this like theorizing happening like between the characters or out of character?
I think out of character.
Oh, okay.
So feel free to chat.
I figured we were in character because
I'm
yeah,
saying in a character because I don't think Matt's character would.
No, I don't disagree with you, but I also at the end of this would want our characters to have like communicated this to each other.
For sure. But out of character, we can chat so Matt can.
Yeah. Like Cameron figured it out while you were doing that. I think I would have relayed that to you once you got back. But anyway, go ahead, Matt, if you have something.
No, I don't have anything. It was more whether Owl interjects at any point or not. But
Gotcha.
no, keep going.
Well, Eric literally used the word hedonism when he described the room, so that would be the mistress, in my opinion. Gods of Chaos.
Sure.
No, I agree with you. I think you entered that room, but what's weird is that means that somehow like the bookshelves in that are all related to the gods of order. Like the room we were in, and all the bookshelves were gods of order.
But unless there's like two spinning things, right?
So that's what I was wondering if it had to do with like what you put into the bucket, for example, because I did tears and you did blood. Oh, you did all
No,
three,
I did
right?
all three. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's bigger than we thought. I think we could probably get to any one of these if I had to guess. Or there's specific ones that are tied to it that we just don't know.
So which one did you think was yours, Cameron?
There's God of the Moon. I saw souls though, so I'm not
You
sure.
saw the universe.
Oh, planes. That's what I was thinking. Goddess of the plains.
Where's that?
Under gods of virtue, because that would explain the souls, right? That's like the whatchamacallit plane, and like the universe would be like there's different planes colliding the universe and stuff. So that's my guess.
Where's that though? Oh, planes. Yeah.
And what did you see, Lee? Like what else was in your
box with a bunch of holes, and I looked in it, and then water came out. Now that being said, it could have been a different element, so it could have been chaos, god of elements, because I drowned. That's the only thing god of tides, under god of sins.
Yep.
I don't know, figuring this out, like, what's our end goal here?
Yeah, that's why I think we should get going. We do still have like people to meet up with, get Owl back to his family. Like I saw a whatchamacallit, a premonition. Like we are still in danger in this place.
How much time has passed, Eric?
For you standing there,
Yeah.
the amount of time that it's taking for you to talk, so like 10-15 minutes.
Right.
For those that went in, another 12 minutes per journey.
So it's been a minute every
12 minutes per journey.
Right.
I thought no time passed when they were in.
For you outside.
For the people who were inside have felt like it's been that long.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
They've aged 12. We can see it on their face. They've aged
Yeah.
12.
It's a hard 12.
That's what I call a weekday.
Nice. All right, let's get
Like the presidency.
going. Yeah, really. And we'll get Matt into the game again.
Okay.
Sorry about that,
Wanna
Matt.
play, Matt?
Well, good.
He could have popped in himself. Like,
I actually thought about like going in and just pulling him in, but I was like, I don't want to like. Matt doesn't want to go in. I'm not gonna like force him to do a thing.
Yeah, that was the only other thing I thought of was all of us going in because
Oh, that'd be cool.
Eric
What
had
are we
said
doing?
he envisioned the room.
We can't get Owl to go in.
No.
It's fine. We've all gone in separately.
It's like, well,
Oh, well, here's my question to you. Does your scientist lady, does she know about this?
I don't know. I have no idea. We could ask her. I mean, she knows a lot of stuff. She's a powerful lady. Like, if anyone would
Have you
know,
seen this? Do you know where this place is? Like, we will be able to come back to it if we tell her.
I guess so. Like, you know,
You've never heard of this place before, though. Like, you walk by it, and you didn't know if I jump into it, it will take me into.
listen,
Sex
I've been
dungeon?
in the woods for a while, but like, I don't know every nook and cranny of this place.
It's
For sure.
But like, you know, we could probably find our way back here.
I pull out from my inventory one of the, for some reason, 4 daggers that I have, and I place it on the ground. I know what this dagger looks like. Actually, I just like stab it into the ground. I can cast locate object and get us back to this.
Excellent.
There you go.
How far does the locate object work? Like, if we're in a different plane.
Well, that's okay, but then we're fucked either way. But at least in terms of otherwise, it's 1 action, and if you've seen it up close within 30 feet, which you do, pretty sure it's like on the same plane. Oh, within 1,000 feet.
I'm just thinking, like, if we run into Shabala Peeps, whatever, I can't remember their names. Vegas dude and bird lady. What are their names?
Riviera.
And bird lady. Then I'd love to have them back here. But
They're not even so. When we wound up here after going through the portal, we know we're like
yeah,
very
I
far-
know we're far away.
in a different biome right now. Hey, how do you have any idea, Al, how close we are to your home?
I mean, like, I remember it, like, Eric, it took us like at least half a day to travel out here, right?
How much further have we traveled after we caught up with the Baby Yaga? Like, how far?
You've made about half the distance back.
Okay.
Oh, half the distance.
So this
Okay.
dagger's not gonna get me 1,000 feet, or gonna be more than 1,000 feet.
No, but you could do a trail of daggers and locate each one as you go.
Now that's what I'm thinking.
I can go 4,000 feet in
You
daggers.
can.
We measure in daggers now.
No, wait a second. Can't you endow like everything? If you have like $1,000, you could do 1,000 meters in daggers.
Yes,
There's
I could do it like coin.
There's this little thing called landmarking that we could do.
Oh, well, you got some sass since you started playing.
Listen,
He's got a real.
You know,
It's-
I've tried to be polite with you people, and all I get in return, Elpis accepted, is mistrust.
He's like just sitting
I
here
love
as
this.
we delve in, and
I
you're
need-
like, "Can we
I
just
need-
go home?
I need more of this.
Can we go home, please?" And we're all like, "No. We're gonna jump into the sand pit." Just-
I just want to clarify. I wouldn't say I mistrust you. I just don't trust you. You're neutral right now to me, like in terms of like NPC. Like you're just neutral. You haven't gone down or up.
Yes.
Is this in character? Because what a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
My character is known for breaking the fourth wall. I'm gonna move on. We'll get
From my perspective, you're the NPC, so you know, think about it that way.
Whoa, man. Whoa. Whoa, dude.
Oh,
Let's get this baby Yaga back home.
okay.
I pushed the Baby Yaga into the sand. I'm joking.
You better not.
Mhm.
You are on thin ice.
Okay. All right. So under the direction of the group, you start collecting your thoughts on what this place could be, but decide to
Oh no, we've collected our thoughts.
to move on, and you start traveling back towards Dr. Perb, and
We do make a good map of where this place is, though.
Yeah, my
Okay.
dagger's still there.
so you're between the daggers and your wayfinding. You are trying to map your path out to this spot.
Yeah, you clearly built this whole thing, and I want to go back to it.
You take your time as you're traveling. I'd like someone to, you know what? Who is leading the trek back?
I feel like Al should get to make this roll. Slash would be the one leading the track.
Yeah, I
back.
agree.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Owl's pretty eager after all these.
We also don't know the way. Like you're leading
No,
us.
we don't
I
really know.
need
all this sidetracking.
3 checks.
Okay.
The first one is a survival check.
Okay.
So that's just your survival check. Let's do that one first.
Yep. 14.
14.
Yeah.
As you're traveling, you start to notice what looks like track marks ahead of you. They're odd. It almost looks like 1 foot track marks. There's no second set of foot marks. It's just almost like a circular, no paw, no like no toes, just like a cylinder, like a,
Yeah.
for lack of a better.
How big is this?
Small, like maybe like the size of
Baba Yaga.
like a can, just kind of pushed into the snow, like it's hopping through the
Yeah.
snow.
Okay. So, like,
I need
peg-leg
a
size.
second roll. This is the complication roll.
Okay.
This is as you're traveling.
So, sorry, this is another survival.
No,
check,
this
or-
is just a straight d20 to see what the
Okay.
complication is.
It's like I'm there.
4.
4.
Yeah.
As you enter this area, you feel almost like a wave of sapping energy, like a low pressure. As you come into this, anybody that has spell slots loses 1.
Oh.
What?
This is
I didn't ask for that.
You don't
Which,
have a spell
which level?
Yeah, which level slot?
the lowest level
I do.
Okay.
does that work?
Yeah.
Does that?
spell slots.
What about for me, Eric?
Yep, you lose 1 too.
God damn it!
Listen,
That-
Owl, you start playing and this fucking shit happens.
And then finally, I would like you to roll me a d100.
You got it. Where can I? Oh, there we go. Oh, 77. Great, right?
Yeah. Okay. As you follow these tracks, just you work through, you start to, of course you roll this, you start to smell something delicious on the air.
Oh no!
Yes.
This time
It's potatoes.
this time it's not starchy.
Yeah.
It is very Tex-Mex kind of smell.
Doesn't
Oh yes,
matter.
a reference that
Doesn't
everyone
matter.
knows in D&D.
Eric, I'm bored with this part. Can we move on to when it's just us talking again? I don't need Matt's part.
As this smell
Hardcore.
catches your nose, you hear a voice. Sup, bro?
So it's just a voice in my head.
No, just coming from in front of you.
Voice inside
Wait,
my
wait, sorry, it's a
head.
little deeper. Sup, bro?
Hey, smells pretty good over there.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. You want to come with?
You bet I do.
As you are trying to see where this voice comes to, you see this little figure hop, hop, hop. A very big voice coming from a very small creature. This little mushroom-like creature with little eyes and a mouth, kind of on the body of this thing. Where you guys from? Where you guys from, bro?
You know, the forest. Can I tell, is the smell coming from the mushroom or coming from somewhere else?
It
in
is
the
not coming
environment?
from the mushroom.
Coming from inside the house.
I'm from the forest, man.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know
sweet.
about these
you-
other ones.
You think you can lead me to it? Can I hang out with you guys, bro?
I mean, Owl kind of like looks around to the others like, I don't see why not.
Are we
Hold on.
hearing this?
Are they cool? Wait, they cool?
Are we hearing what Owl's saying?
You hear? Yeah, well, you can hear all of this.
We hear
Owl's not
everything?
being discreet about this. You know, it's just they're pretty cool. Just keep an eye out on that one. And he points to fate.
Oh, what's up with that one?
Well, just unpredictable. I think she's like a city folk or something like that. Just always got to do something.
Cool, bro. Well, lead on to the food, bro.
All right.
I'm gonna take the other two behind me aside, and while you guys are talking, be like, "This is a mushroom." My premonition was that you guys were dead from fungus.
Did you know living people eat dead mushrooms and living mushrooms eat dead people?
That's pretty fucking deep, bro.
No, I took them aside. I said that was in canon. You can just say it in regular Eric voice.
All right.
So I don't know
But
what
we
we
have
want
no
to do.
reason to mistrust this mushroom.
We do, the premonition that I had. That has
But-
so far been right.
But that doesn't mean that this mushroom is that fungus.
Yo,
You're
bro,
willing
they
to-
don't seem too cool. They're off muttering by themselves over there.
Listen, they just they don't appreciate good food like you and I do, you know?
Yeah. What kind do you like? You like? It smells like.
All kinds,
yeah.
man. All kinds. Like
You
there's
like bread? Bread's good.
yeah, it's bread, potatoes. Oh, I got
Oh,
this.
you like your root vegetables, man? I love a fucking good root vegetable, man.
But how do you eat a root vegetable? You're so tiny.
From inside, man.
From inside?
Yeah, you got to eat it inside out.
All right.
Have you seen
Wow.
that movie? It's good. Pop culture,
I
bro.
have no idea what you're talking about, but
But
let's
eat
go
it
get
instead
that
of-
food.
Like a banana.
Or an onion?
Or corn.
Or an onion.
He turns back to the group and says, "Hey, listen, we spent so much time with you guys jumping down that hole
That was
over
only
and over
15
again.
minutes, to be clear.
And then longer talking about it. So,
Yeah.
now it's Owl's turn to do a little sidetrack of his own, okay?
Fucking
And
alpha,
and
alpha,
he-
you, bro. I love it.
Well, I don't subscribe to that, but sure.
Sorry, what are you wanting to do? Eat this? You want to eat this guy?
No, I don't want to eat him.
Whoa,
I'm looking
no.
for the food.
No kidding, that one's shifty. Just want to eat me, man? No.
Can I have an investigation check on this dude?
You mean like an insight check?
You're not talking.
I mean, I just said that to you guys.
Okay.
You engaged us at that point, so.
Is it a yes?
I didn't
I guess it'd be an insight. 15 plus 6.
Owl seems pretty genuine.
Not genuine. I said this dude like the mushroom. You knew what I meant.
Yeah, he aside from seeming a little off-putting, he seems pretty straightforward.
Straightforward. Okay.
I don't necessarily want to follow the mushroom, but if that's what Owl wants, I'm wondering if we can make some kind of compromise.
Bro, if you want to walk ahead, that's fine by me.
What do you mean?
Al, would Dr. Susanna Purr be okay with you sneaking off like this?
I mean, it's,
A yes or no question, Owl.
so long as there's no like huge amount of sugar, it's probably fine, like guys gotta eat to get through the forest.
What's wrong with sugar? Why don't you like sugar?
It's not that I don't like sugar, it's just, ladies looking out for me, that's all. Just
What have you been told about sugar? What are your...
it's just like, she's pretty laid back lady, like lets me do my own thing, but like, just looking out for me, says I shouldn't have sugar all the time. And, whatever. At every relationship, you got to make a little compromise.
Oh, bro, that's so beta.
Well, you're like 10 times smaller than me, so who's the real beta?
Well, you don't know how I can't. All right, fair play.
Commit.
Fair play,
I'm
bro.
just saying, I'm
You
happy
guys want
to
to see
go
a
with
dead
you.
body?
I'm happy to go with you, but you gotta, in this life, if your mouth writes checks, your body's got to cash them. That's all I'm saying.
Al, can you point us in the direction of Dr. Susanna Herb, and we'll just let her know where you are when we get there.
Oh, you're not coming with?
Well, we've got to get moving on.
Oh, come on, it won't take that long. Like,
Hey, wherever you're going, I'm cool to tag along, bros.
I thought you were
It's just
eating. I thought you were trying to entice us to eat.
Yeah, but sounds like you got some cool shit going on, bro.
it's just a snack break, that's all. And then we're back on the road and we're heading back. And then I get the chicken house back and you get whatever it was you wanted.
Yo,
What
this,
if we make a different compromise? If what's your name? Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't catch it.
yo, you can call me Peep.
Okay, if Peep wants to come with us, which Peep offered to do, then why don't we first drop off the baby Yaga and then we go with Peep to the meal?
That's man.
Sounds pretty cool to me. You guys
Peep
got
offered. Sounds like Peep's willing to go where we go, right?
anywhere
Alright.
you go.
Let me ask you this. Me leans towards Elpis. You got any more of that lambus bread?
I do have the lambus bread. You know I've got the lambus bread.
All right, then we're of accord. Let's go.
All right.
So just to be clear, you're a good person except for when it comes to like manipulating this guy with
Yeah,
food.
I'm okay to manipulate this guy with food. It brings both of us the things that we need.
Well, then it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, at
Yeah,
least
so-
I understand my morals, Elpis.
Yeah, Bane manipulates you to your face.
Yeah.
Listen, she Elpis did not say like, if you go, I'll give you a little treat. Like Owl asked, like he's like, if you're pulling me away from food, you gotta give a little, you know?
I thought that it was bonding between Elpis and
Sure, you can label manipulation
I know.
however you want. That's fine.
Gaslighting, bonding.
yikes.
As far as I'm concerned, it's just a nice person being nice to me and no ulterior motive.
You know it, bro.
We're not talking to you, but you can come along.
Come along, little
Tell
man.
me more. What do you think of women?
Don't touch that. That's
Don't encourage him.
Do you gamble?
We've already had like 3 areas of trigger warning on this episode, so
Yeah, this one's getting demonetized. I said ecstasy a multiple amount of times.
I also said essay
Mhm.
intentionally.
Yo, you know they be clapping.
I
Okay.
don't know what that means, man, but you,
I don't like
you come
it.
along.
Okay, that's fine. Schmogan schmall.
Alright.
Yo, lead the
But-
way.
All right, let's go. Party of 5. Wait, party of 5.
Fucking great show.
I've never watched it actually. It's too young.
Are
Too
you-
young.
Party of 5?
Yeah, too young.
All right. Yeah, Owl leads our newfound mushroom friend, the chicken house, and the 3 other companions
Mhm.
back in the direction.
I don't know if we call companions.
You guys are companions for one another.
All right. I would like, so if you're gonna continue on, avoiding the Tex-Mex smell.
I mean, can we? Do we have to roll against it?
I would like you to roll me a d20, please.
Yeah,
Me?
Courtney and Cam.
There's the 4th open alcohol one.
No, it's zero. It's literally 0% alcohol.
There you
That's what I was trying to say. It's very, very good. It's 0%.
go. All right.
We'll have some when you
We'll
come
cut
up.
that out.
This is brought to you by Guinness.
Yeah, that's this street.
It's 0% alcohol.
What'd you roll, Matt?
You can argue that in court.
I rolled an 8.
Pardon?
An 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
That low pressure that you felt seems to fade as you continue to walk, working your way back towards the cottage that you found yourself before. The exhaustion trudging through what seems to be thicker and thicker snow slows you down. For Elpis, you lose a bardic inspiration if you have one.
Okay.
For CB, you lose an arcane recovery. For you can't, when you short rest, you don't get your spell slots back.
All right.
Lose anything.
You
That's the best part about
lose
that.
one of your psychic abilities.
No, that's the craziest thing. I don't.
Yeah, you do. And Owl,
I don't know.
you
What
lose
if-
your other spell slot if you have it.
What if I don't know how to do? Oh,
I'm fresh out, man. I'm fresh out.
There you go.
We're getting to be a weaker and weaker band of misfits.
Mhm. But other than that, your journey
other
goes.
than that,
Other than that, your journey seems to go by a little
we've got an alpha
less
mushroom.
troublesome. Other than this,
Alpha mushroom dude.
this alpha mushroom, this mushroom bro, if you will, hopping around
I won't.
behind you.
I will call him alpha mushroom.
As we're walking, if you'll allow me some idle chatter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Hey man, so you ever see this like sandy hole that's like way back at the forest there?
Oh,
You
fuck,
seen that before?
Fuck, I love me a good sandy hole.
No.
Where'd you find it?
Well, now that you mention it, I don't quite remember.
I'm usually just fucking pounding it into the loam, the clays and the silts. If I could get my hands on some nice sand, that'd be so good.
So like, I don't want to come across as like
Uncomfortable.
I don't want to come across as like judgy or like presumptuous or anything. But when you talk about like
Sandy holes.
getting women and stuff like that, how does that work for fungus anyways?
It's just
Matt's getting us back.
we're just looking for connection wherever we can find it. Why does it have to be just women?
No, listen, I'm just using the language that you use.
Okay,
That's
that's-
all.
That's pretty pejorative of you.
I don't
What?
think it's pejorative to use the exact language that you use, my dude.
Yo, bro, I use mushroom language. You're gonna co-opt my mushroom speak.
What?
Bro.
What language is this mushroom speaking right now?
It's common.
Yeah. Listen, man, you gotta, you gotta be a little accommodating,
Oh man, it's just words, man. We're all just, it's so cool.
Yeah. You want some bread, and I flick some lambus crumbs for him.
As you throw the bread to him, you start to see him like, oh, that looks so good. And you start to see the llamas bread start to kind of like dissolve into the snow. Like you don't see him go up to it. You just kind of see it as you see this thing starting to dissolve. You start to see little mycelium starting to like sprout from it. Oh yeah, that's so good. Thank you, bro.
No,
Got any
no.
more?
No. We're stopping here.
Is this-
I called it.
Is this CB?
Yes.
Okay.
And I called it. I said mycelium specifically, and now it's showing up. This guy is bad news. No more.
What do you mean no more?
You're either gonna have to say goodbye, or you can't feed him any more lambus bread.
Listen, I wasn't planning on feeding him more. Guy's gotta tend to his own temple, if you know what I mean. But
I walk up and stomp out the girl, like stomp the mycelium.
whoa, it's a little harsh. We could just, walk away from it.
We can do both now.
You killed the mushroom?
No, not the guy. The
Okay.
mycelium that's sprouted.
Okay.
As you stomp, you just hear, "Yo, what the fuck, bro?" And I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Oh God.
We died in this thing. There's
And
no.
here we are about to die.
All right, let's go. Okay, going
Bam,
around.
bam, 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 bam. 3.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, CB.
Oh, that's the one.
7.
Okay. Elpis.
9.
Oh boy.
For reference, this is what.
Owl.
12.
Which side is Owl on?
Great question.
We'll find out. But the mushroom is gonna go first.
For reference, this is what the mushroom looks like.
Okay. Bro.
I don't like it.
What do you
Oh,
think?
that is way too masculine looking for someone
It's
who
an
uses
alpha,
that
bro.
kind of
It's an
language.
alpha.
All right. As you stomp the mycelium, you feel a sharp shooting pain come up through your foot as that mycelium starts to pierce through. It's going to try and puncture your foot, basically like anchoring you to the ground. That is a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, as you feel basically that mycelium going rock stiff like spikes. And you can kind of see it puncture through
You made it hard, bro.
the top of your boot. I need you to make a strength check, otherwise you are restrained. And you are going to take 8 points of piercing damage.
All right, I rolled a 12.
Okay, you are able to pull your foot out. The holes in your boots, you can feel your foot bleeding from this. It is going to this gentle mushroom face is going to start to grow. The mushroom cap starting to pulse with like energy as the stalk of the mushroom starts to broaden, and you can see it kind of raising as the mycelia start to lift it off the snow, just slightly. So it's Owl, you're up next.
Just this image.
All right. Before Owl does anything, he's gonna turn the mushroom and say, "Look, Peep, that was real out of pocket by CB. We agree, but like, we could still just take a step back and chill and make our way. No enemies, right? We can do that.
Oh, no fucking way. One bad apple, all bad apples, bro.
All right." And Owl is just gonna like, Dale Gribble from King of the Hill, pocket sand a bubble of acid into the face of this mushroom. And he
I
casts
love
acid,
it.
acid splash.
Acid splash. Is that a dex save?
Yep.
That's a 5. Yeah, you're good. Roll,
All right.
roll a damage as it starts to burn onto this mushroom.
That's 6 damage.
Oh,
6
bro, fuck
acid.
that stings.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get too big for your little mushroom britches.
All right, can you just repeat the damage there again?
6.
Okay. Unless you're doing anything else, Elpis, you're up. CB, you're on deck.
I mean, I'm gonna take a step back from the mushroom, get a bit of distance.
It's going to, as you step back, you feel the ground below you start to grow as the same kind of mycelic spikes take an opportunity attack against you. 24 to hit.
Well, that does hit.
And I need you to make a strength save, otherwise you are anchored in place next to this guy.
Well, that doesn't bode well for me.
Mhm.
I rolled a 10.
10? No, you are anchored.
Sorry, how much damage am I taking?
12. 12 piercing damage.
Wow, that hurt a lot.
All right, Elpis, you're up next. As this you see Owl. The spikes look like they're coming through his foot. You don't see the same kind of like holes or reactions like CBs. But yeah, what are you doing on your turn?
Okay, so before I tell you what I want to do, it doesn't say it in my features and traits, but I want to confirm with you: is beguiling magic a bonus action?
Beguiling magic.
It says immediately after you cast an enhancement or illusion spell.
I think it's a free action whenever you cast those.
Okay. So then what I'd like to do is first, I would like to use my bonus action to bring my wings out to make myself look large. So like I'm obviously not changing size, but I want to enhance the size of my character with the wings.
Mm.
And then I would like to cast
It's what you do with the wings that count.
and then I would like to cast mirror image. And have the effect of beguiling magic after I cast mirror image on myself. So
Hey,
how
yeah.
I imagine this working is I want to stand in front of CB and Owl if there's a way. And so the three of me are kind of like wings sprouted and protecting them with my mirror image, essentially.
Like this wall of you.
Like this wall of Elpis, yes.
Oh, cool.
So then I would like to so it's is it a wisdom? Sorry, let me just double check what the save is. It's a
You click it.
Yeah, it's a
We're
wisdom.
just talking about
Wisdom
it's a wisdom save, yeah.
14.
No, you don't say. You don't. I win.
Okay, what happened?
I am the one who wins.
I am the one who wins. And I would like to make the creature charmed.
Mhm.
And essentially what I'm going to say is, Peep, we can solve this with words. And I'd like to charm it.
Okay. Interesting. You see this pulsing mushroom head start to kind of.
You're just very graphic, and I'm getting into it.
Okay.
It's good.
yeah,
I'm just
as
reacting.
As you start to see it kind of settle and slow. I never had to use words before.
Can you please take the spikes away from my companions?
And you can see the mycelia start to pull back a bit. Not in I'd say pull back a bit. I am gonna go to the next in the order unless there's anything else you want to do, but it's CB's turn next.
I would only be talking to it, so you can move on. That's probably all the things I have.
Yeah, I think that's like a full round. I think you still have your bonus action.
Use that.
My wings were my bonus action.
Okay.
I was going to attack, but you're making headway, so I'm just gonna sit back and wait. I'll watch it play out first.
Bait?
'Cause I've also realized that I made
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna run over and at least give healing hands on I also agree there's something happening here, so I'm gonna give healing hands on Owl. Owl, how are you doing, bud? 6.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're good looking out.
All right. The mushroom bro Peep. Usually, whenever someone made me upset, I just devoured them, and then that solved the problem. But we can try using words. That's cool.
What can I do to make this end? What do you need to just go on your own way?
go away.
I need to devour. I need food. I need sustenance. I need to spread.
Just spread. Just ended there. Okay. We cannot give you any food, but what I can do is say that we will no longer attack you. You no longer attack us. You head.
There is one thing that I would really like.
What's that?
I've been able to get, carbs from bread, a lot of nutrients from the soils. But something that's pretty sparse up here is sugars, fructose. If you have any sugar water, that would
Oh no!
that would be great.
Well,
Guys, I think I figured something out.
I don't tend to carry sugar in my pack, but here's what I can do. I'm going to take my new friend Owl back home. At home, I might be able to ask his partner for some sugar, and then I can leave the sugar water out for you in the woods for you to come and get another time.
Well, maybe like since things have calmed down, I could come with you to get that sugar water. I'm cool, bro. Your bro's cool. We can call it, truce until you guys can get me that.
I light him on
sweet-
fire. I'm joking.
Here's the thing. The only reason this has calmed down is because of an effect that I've put on you.
Bro.
Yeah, and I'm concerned that when that wears off, the whole fighting thing is gonna start again. So I'd like you to.
Cool. I'm so cool. I'm cool.
I don't know that I feel
Oh, yeah,
confident.
I'm cool.
What
I-
about that sugar water, that pile of sugar water that we saw like 1,000 paces back that way? He should go that way to the sugar water.
Deception check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna let you lead that one.
I'm trying to get you to say
Elpis
it.
won't. Well, I guess Elpis can try it. Yeah.
Just to send him in the other
Yeah,
direction. Why
yeah.
can't you?
Yeah, Elpis can try it.
Are you deceiving him?
Yeah, I was thinking of using.
I'd like to support if I can, Eric.
Well, if you're gonna be involved, LPs, you can give advantage to it.
Okay, I'll give you advantage for that then. I'll be involved in that.
Christ, the first roll was higher, which was a 7 plus 1, 8.
Yeah, bro, I don't trust the thing that guy says.
Okay, well, don't trust. You guys keep figuring this out. Then I'll just.
I don't think that the sugar water was 1,000 paces that way. I think it was 1,000 paces west.
All right, LPs, give me a deception check with advantage.
Jesus.
It's rough.
Wait,
roll.
don't roll that. What's your deception?
My deception's +5.
I can give you portent die. You can roll a 13. I looked at it for
Oh,
myself,
okay.
but my deception's only +1, so that'll make it
Okay.
a 17.
Yeah, 17. That sounds.
So I can like switch your die.
I have no reason to not trust you. So sounds good to me, bro. You're a sweet lady. And then he starts to hop off in the direction that you're saying.
I want to keep my mirror image up until I see him like go off into the distance, kind of
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
All right, you see him hopping off,
But does he pop off?
and then enough time passes that you can see him disappear into the mists.
Fuck, that hurt my foot.
I think that we should keep going quickly.
I agree. I limp on.
You guys just keep causing problems when they aren't there to begin with, you know?
He spawned the mycilla, whatever the fuck.
On the bread that I gave him as a snack.
And look
then
what
you
it did to me. It punctured my foot. It was clearly dangerous.
Because you stepped on it. You stepped on his stuff. What did you think was going to happen?
I didn't think it would turn into sharp spikes. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I mean,
Can we walk and talk?
I thought we were.
Okay, good.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Close, switch your way off. All right, yeah, you guys walk and talk. What are you guys doing?
I just want to make our way. I want to drop off the baby Yaga, who I'm assuming is still there. And
This whole
not
time.
The whole time.
ATSD in tow.
has not died of old age yet.
yeah.
25 minutes in game, to be fair.
Yeah.
You might have died of old age, but I don't know how long
Alright.
do mushrooms last, Matt. Almost got them.
Now I'm a mushroom, you know, every
Mushrooms don't
hour
tend to have
a new
sloughing
theory.
skin. I don't know.
Mushrooms don't what?
Tend to have that type of skin.
That owl has?
What do you
Well,
mean?
he was a mushroom and he got turned into a human.
I think he's a cockroach in a bodysuit.
No way. He's sugar water, just like that mushroom did.
Okay.
Think about it.
You keep walking. Keep walking. Talk away if
Think
there's
about
anything you want to say.
Guys are.
She's
Alright.
making people out of the mushroom.
That will get you back to
In the
the
forest.
cottage.
I just want to say to Owl that it's not, we don't mean to be aggressive, but so far in our time in both this place and the last place we were just in, everything's trying to kill us. Everything.
Yeah, and with how you approach these situations, I can kind of see why.
You think we're the aggressor in these situations?
Well, we did kind of
yeah,
stomp
in-
on someone
in-
and light someone else on fire.
In basically all of the scenarios that we've come across together, yeah, you guys have been the aggressors. I'm
literally-
calling it out as I see it.
I had to roll a die to save 3/4 of my friend's body after he was killed. We were not the aggressors in that situation.
Listen, I can only comment on what I've seen, and what I've seen is you've initiated every single time.
Well, like I said, we've come from a bad place, and so a little less judgment from you would be appreciated.
Owl,
yeah.
you consider yourself a fun guy.
Oh yeah, a little less judgment from the guy that you called what is it now? You've called me a mushroom, you've called me a bird, you've called me a cockroach in human skin, quote unquote. Yeah.
Not to your face.
I'm the one with judgment issues. I get it.
I'm gonna cast Joyful Repose. And I'm just gonna cast it on the entire group, and I'm gonna say essentially that we've made our way to our destination. We no longer need to fight. We can part ways here if everyone should choose. But I just want to say that we've meant you no harm, Owl. In fact, there's been times where I think some of us in this group have tried to protect you and the baby Yaga. I'm hoping that we can just part ways on good terms.
We went and helped this dude.
Yeah.
We did that whole side quest.
Wait, does Stephanie come out? Does Dr. Stephanie come out?
I don't think he appreciates the work we just put in.
I'm joyful reposing.
No harm except for words, I guess.
Yeah. Words will
The joyful repose is like calming emotions on everybody.
Listen, I'm calm.
okay.
I'm
I'm calm.
I'm
I've
calm.
always been calm, man.
Schnookums, is that you? Oh, I didn't see you.
Hey.
Oh, perfect. You brought the baby back.
And his face lights up. Assuming has she stepped out, or is
She's at the
What does
door.
she look like?
She has not stepped out of the shack, but she is at the door. Just Elpis?
A piece or Elpis?
Elpis?
Yes. Hello. Hi.
Did you make sure that he didn't have any sugar?
He had snacks because you have to keep everyone fed on this journey, but I
Okay.
don't believe that he had an abundance of sugar. Just natural sugars.
Natural sugars. Well, that's a little bit more than I appreciate, but thank you for keeping him in one piece, as she has the big fur coat on.
Can I ask something?
Oh God.
Well, first I want to see if everything is in order. Can you make sure that
What's
Good.
going on?
I was gonna say, it just that Owl's face, as he sees her, like just lights up, and he's like, "It's so great to see you again." And look, we got it back, just
yes.
like you said, eh?
Yes, I know. There are special perks in store for you. Don't worry,
Oh.
Owl.
You guys keep that to
Oh,
yourself.
you're too kind. Yeah.
Maybe we'll wait till the rest of the group leaves, and I can make sure you get all the gifts that you deserve.
Dude's gonna get laid and he's giving us a hard time about helping him out. Are you kidding me? We're your wingman this whole side
Listen.
quest.
I think what we'll do is at this point we'll just part ways. I know we had made this offer so that we could stay over. Honestly, I think we just need to be on our way at this point. It's been a long journey.
No. You can stay a while at least. I can make you a meal. And like I said, I promised you a gift for You too can get a gift for bringing this baby Yaga back. I see you raising your hand. Question. Much like most of my students, again, I'm a doctor.
This is OOC. I'm raising my hand.
What? Pardon?
Out of character.
Okay. Go ahead.
I need to know something because I know what Courtney's trying to do. She's trying to get Matt out for next time.
Oh no. I think you're reading a little bit more into it than I'm intending.
I'm just making sure because I rolled a 6.
So
We'll see you next time, Matt.
I'm
Is a
coming
sneak
back.
attack work if I try to rip that? I try to rip that off of her. Because I know he's in danger, and this has been my quest all along to try to get him out.
What do you?
CB, I want you to. I want my words from just a moment ago to echo in your head.
Okay.
Just for
Okay.
the stealth context, Elpis is fueled by trying to keep the peace, so
Okay.
she's trying to get out of situations that we
You
don't
and
need to
I are
fight.
very different.
Yeah.
I would say, Elpis, you can see Fate walking up towards this creature who's standing at the front door.
Point of order. Everyone is joyful reposed. So how
Yeah.
does that impact?
Oh, that's a good point.
Your emotions are calmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Susanna, Dr. Susanna. So everyone in our little traveling party has been calmed.
Is your yearnings emotional responses? I don't think that would really play into this.
Thing is it like logical,
Yeah.
or is it emotional that you want to stab this person in the back?
I'm not trying to stab this person. I'm just trying to rip the cloak off.
Okay, is that emotional or logical?
Well, it's never logical with her. So I wouldn't.
Then it would fall under Courtney's thing, right?
Okay.
That's what Eric's. I'm not trying to, Eric. That's what you're getting at, right?
I don't do it then.
Well, no, this is Eric's call, not mine. Just I think that's what Eric was getting
If
at.
I'm fully reposed, I'm going to be taking a repose or a reprise.
I'm not making the call for you. That's why I was.
No, I
That's
think
weird.
that makes sense. You have to make the call. You're the DM.
I mean, well,
Well, I'm gonna take a second because the calm emotions was CB and Fate towards Owl and Owl towards Fate and CB. So I don't know that the joyful repose would work on Fate towards Susanna.
How does that work? Like, it's not a calm emotions thing? What is it?
It's a calm emotions, but it's centered on the humanoids of my choice. And I wouldn't
So
have
I
sent
feel good towards
how about this?
Owl.
How about this?
Okay, because I've already felt good towards Owl, so I'm going to rip that fucking cloak.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you're gonna start creeping up towards her, trying to stealthily. Give me a stealth check.
Do I have? Okay.
'Cause,
Well, you guys are
again,
chatting.
she's standing at the front door. You're not gonna sneak attack her walking right at her.
Okay, one sec. Let me just
Mhm.
see if I'm...
Stealth check under your stealth.
16.
Okay.
So you can't just say, you can't just make me do that and
No.
not have a number in mind.
As you are not catching her attention, it's like, well, Elpis and company. Well, like I said, I can offer you a gift for bringing my schnookums back in one piece and bringing the baby Yaga. I could offer you a chance to travel back to wherever you'd like. I can send you home, if you will.
Oh.
Start doing this.
What is home? What does home mean? Where would you send us?
You tell me where home is, and I can create a small doorway, a small gateway for you to travel back to wherever you'd like to go, whether it's... Excuse me. Would you like to come in?
No, I'm listening.
Can I insight check?
Whether it's yeah, sure, go for it.
I'm not talking, so I figure like I'm like you two are talking. If I can insight,
I'm not talking.
no. Oh, peace. 11 plus something.
None of us care.
Wow. 16.
16. You get the sense that while she is being reserved on some aspects, you gather that it's fairly truthful, what she's saying, but She's being very selective in her words. You don't get any hints of dishonesty there, but she is being very specific.
Okay.
Yes, if it's somewhere nearby that you'd be like to be sent to safely, I can open a door there. If there's a certain house that you know of that, like an address you could describe to me, I could send you there. It's really anything you'd want, anywhere you'd want, any place you'd want.
In one piece, alive.
Certainly, I wouldn't be so cruel to send people that have given me this great gift, my schnookums and my dear baby Yaga back to their deaths.
In the same, would be temporally? You're sending us temporally, also the same.
Yeah, you'd be fine. It'd be like stepping through a door.
See, these guys are just a little, you know, little. They're a
Where are
little
you
on
putting
edge.
this portal?
I get the feeling they've been through a lot, you know. So, like the joyous repose or whatever is still on me. I'm like, I'm trying to cut them a bit of slack, you know. But you're so great.
I'd make it easy. This door frame that I'm standing, I will take a step back, and it will turn into a door to wherever you'd like to go. Just say the word.
Could Owl come with us?
No, my schnookums needs to stay with me, and I'll give him his gifts.
Like sugar water?
No, he's on a diet, a sugar-free diet. There's no way I'd get that'd be dangerous.
Why would it be dangerous? Just wondering.
But what if Owl wants to come with us?
Schnookums, do you want to go with these people and leave me here all by myself in the cold, no one to keep me warm?
Yeah, I really appreciate the offer, but you know, I can't leave her. She's my one and only, you know.
I don't want to speak for the group.
What are you thinking?
Elpis would take it, but I don't want to speak for the group.
How far away are we from civilization? Anything? Where are
It'd be quite
At
a
least
ways.
2 weeks human time until we get to play again.
Traveling to like the nearest civilization would be the village of Sonder, and that'd be a couple weeks travel.
A couple weeks travel.
we? It's snowing here. It's not snowing in Sonder.
Can you give us a couple minutes to talk?
Certainly.
Okay. Bait, what do you want to do?
I think Elle's in trouble. I want to rip that cloak off her, but I want to get back to where we should go. Give me a chance, I can do both of those things.
Can you provide some more concrete examples of how you can do both?
We get her to make the portal, and then we make a run for it. And I'll grab that cloak right off her.
I mean, instead of grabbing the cloak, if you think Owl's in trouble, just grab Owl.
Yeah, but I don't like her. Oh yeah, we could grab Owl. Why don't you grab Owl and I grab the cloak, and maybe we get a good artifact out of this.
Matt's never gonna not get to play with us.
I wanted to be clear out of character. I am more than happy to come to as many D&D sessions as you'll have me for.
We have 2 more weeks, so we can do another one.
So I'm throwing that out there out of character, but in character, you guys do whatever you think feels right. Don't worry about out of character Matt and what he wants to do, because he's happy either way.
He was screaming in my head, guys. You don't understand the craziness that was happening in my head when I heard him.
Then I would say forget her then. Just get him away from her. That's what I would say.
We could do both. I kind of want to grab whatever this cloak she's hiding. I feel like we take the cloak off, she's gonna be this weird ass whatever.
Casting the spell, she'll just if it could be a concentration spell. If she breaks it and it closes, we're fucked.
What?
You would like Eric's like, here's the doorway to get back with the rest of the group that I have timed, and you're saying, nah.
I had to do that because you were. No, I can't get it back.
Like she's our way out. I don't like concentration spell just stops instantly if you break it, which you will if you try and take her cloak.
What if we tie a rope to the back of her cloak?
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Run through.
This person is standing right in front of you.
No,
They just like see like you like look at them every once in a while. It's really tough.
I guess we have to decide what's more important to us. If it's to take the cloak off or if it's to take Owl, because I don't think we can do both.
I don't even know if we could do Owl.
No, if we grab Owl, she'll also be annoyed, right?
Well, we have to. He has to be basically somehow we have to position him next to the portal,
And we just zip them in.
and we just fucking zip him through.
Yeah.
Point of order: as a mage, would I know this piece, Eric? And the answer could be no. Does Misty Step work through a portal?
No.
Oh, it'd be cool if it did, though.
Yeah, it would be.
Now
Pretty
here's something
cool.
else to consider. I'm saying this in character, hushed voice to CB and Fate. We have to be very careful if we grab Owl because we don't want his skin to come off. That's like a concern.
How do we know that he's not like she didn't create him?
Oh, she created him for sure. Out of a mushroom.
So what's the problem?
He was
That's a-
screaming, Leichelle said. That was why we want to save him.
Yeah.
Fate said that.
And what did he scream?
He was just like there was a bunch of like insectoid sort of screams that I heard. So
What, like, yeah, but pain screams or just you don't know how to speak insectoid? Like if I talk to a bug, it just buzzes at me. That doesn't mean it's in distress.
do you talk to bugs often? I don't know. She enslaved him.
How do you know that? He didn't tell you that.
This is my theory. This is my working theory that I think is good.
Your working theory that you're gonna rip him across the portal for that we're like risking everything for. There's kids in Sonder that we're trying to save, trying to meet back up with the group. Kane's still in 3/4 for Christ's sake, and you've got a theory
Kane's
about a
dead.
bug.
Kane died in the sand area in the hedonism room.
No, Kane.
That's a different Kane.
different Kane.
That was an illusion.
So you're risking a lot on a theory, is what I'm saying.
All right, Chunty. All right.
I told you. It's not my name.
All right. Well, I'm waiting, and I don't want to make this too late.
That's
Hold
okay.
your horse's tag.
Don't kill her that. That's
Excuse me.
That's a nickname for it's a
It's
friendly thing back home.
it's nice.
It sounds bad, but it's just a friendly.
It's a term of endearment.
It's a term of
Yeah.
endearment.
Term of endearment.
Okay.
What's the cloak you got there? Just, I'm really curious.
Subtle as an anvil.
It is my
Wait. Handfuls are so.
just something to keep me warm while my schnookum is away.
Could you take it off right now?
Take it off whenever I feel like.
Like right now?
Yes, but I don't feel like it right now.
Would you part with it for money?
How much money do you have? Because I'm sure it's nowhere near enough.
How much are you selling it for?
It's not for sale, but everything has a price.
What? What are we laughing at?
This
It's-
conversation.
It's the conversation is hilarious. Can I give you money for it? I'm sure you could try. Well, how much are you selling it for? I'm not selling it.
He has a price. What? I actually don't know how much gold I have here.
What's this?
Probably not. I
Would you be? Fuck, this makes too much sense. How about this? Would you mind giving me a hand
Oh God.
with Schnookum's gift?
Are you telling me what it is? I have 644 gold.
I don't need money.
Okay.
What was the point of that conversation then?
That's Elpis in character. Like, fuck this, like, nice, quiet repose. She is out.
You're a youthful, buxom lady,
Mm-hmm.
and Schnookums deserves something of a reward.
Okay.
If you wanna give us a moment.
Wait, you and me?
No, you and Al.
Really is Eric's whole session.
Wait. Wait, what? Are you
I think we've got
propositioning,
Would you be interested in that?
prostituting me out to Owl?
That's the gist of it. I didn't have to say it out loud because we've already got 4 strikes against the channel.
I'm getting pimped out in another campaign.
It is your lot in life.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have some conversations after tonight.
That works. But I go by touch. To warm me up, if you know what I mean. Do you mind if I just hold his hand for a little bit? Just to get a feel of him?
Be my guest.
All right, you want to do that portal?
I don't want to watch. Can you open up the portal and I'll make my way?
Yeah, I want to get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, Elpis and
It's fine.
all right,
Send it
fine.
here.
Elpis, CB. Here's your portal.
Okay, good. I thought
Where-
you just
As you're talking, I run. I fucking book it, holding Al's hand and trying to grab the.
I want it noted. I think that as soon as that portal goes up, us two are going through it because we know there's shenanigans, and I at this point,
Owl, it was really nice to meet you.
I don't even say that.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
We're like through the portal.
Plus 10 for me, man. Oh, rolled a natural 20 plus 10 is a 30. Eat it.
Holy shit.
What's the rule for DMs if you don't want like the outcome to be like
Don't let
ask
them
for a
roll.
Oh man.
All right, Elpis, you go through the portal first. You land in Sonder, I'm assuming. We didn't really establish.
The inn would be great.
You land in Pillows Inn with CB behind you, and then falling through, you see
Naruto running it.
you see
That's how I think.
Fate
I'm
with,
like this.
with a cloak on one hand and Owl on the other.
Yeah.
As they all fall through, you know.
Oh my god, I can't believe you took me.
What the fuck?
Owl has joined the party.
Well, I haven't I'll
Owl,
let Eric-
though, the problem is when you go through this portal, the magic that is covering you
But I've got the cloak.
fades. So if you wouldn't mind explaining to the rest of the group what they actually see.
Oh, it's glamored.
All right. Excuse me 1 second.
Do you have a visual?
Mayhaps.
That's the
All right.
best roll I've ever had.
So
So good.
this is the visage that you are used to seeing with Owl up until this time.
With the crayon on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with the crayon.
It's a little brooch.
Oh, shit.
And so I guess as he gets pulled through this portal and that visage fades, you start to see you basically start to see his proportions change before your eyes. And not just his proportions, but also his clothes.
Oh.
The cheeks of Owl start to get thinner. His arms start to become bonier. His eyes start to sink farther
no, we've
back
killed.
into his head. And his cloak which, you know, outside of, you know, the adventuring that you've done, was reasonably well kept, has started to become worn and tattered. And so this is the owl that greets you as you pull him through the portal.
It's not a bug, at least.
And that's where we'll end the